Quack, 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 quack. Oh, oh yeah, eh. Oh, oh yeah, 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 eh. Oh, oh yeah, eh. Uh, pa pa da pa. Boom, doom, doom. Eh, doom, doom, doom.
Yes, you don't bend like that.
Boom, boom, boom. Sit down
Don't bend.
properly, son.
Never bend your neck like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, guys, it is Friday evening. All right, guys. The girl said out of topic. Pele, if they paying you say your papa no get sense. No worry. Your papa no fit get sense. You see, eh? Some people no get sense, but they still fit get. Your own destiny na say you no get sense. And you go be like your papa. How have I run out of topic? I just wanted to ask a question. In 2023, what did you learn from Daddy Freeze? One thing, one thing, one thing. Josh Esek, what did you learn? Anything, anything, anything. I'm not going to stay long. I just want to know if you're learning anything, if anything is working. What did you learn? If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money guns. What did you learn? We're just having fun. Someone said we learned a lot. Like what? I learned how to shake weight. That's not good. That's not good. Someone said a lot about the Bible. Pharaoh Mark said sense.
Yeah, good evening. Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you doing? You don't sound Nigerian.
No. I'm from Cameroon.
Oh, wow. All the way from Cameroon. What's your name?
No, I'm from Cameroon, but I reside in Saudi Arabia.
That's even further. How do you now get to hear about Daddy Freeze? It's not like you're even in Nigeria.
Yes, you see, most I've been following your programs and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. So much.
Wow.
Yeah, like to build up your own personal profile, build up your own life, not to be dependent on people. So much, so much, so much.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Let me even get to know you.
Anyway, I'm from Cameroon. I was born in Cameroon. I've been in Saudi Arabia now. Sorry?
That means you speak French.
No, I speak a little, okay. Just a little. I'm from the English speaking part of Cameroon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've been in Saudi Arabia now for 8 years.
What took you to Saudi Arabia?
Work.
What do you do? What kind of work do you do in Saudi Arabia?
I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher.
What course do you teach, or what subject do you teach?
English language.
Oh, wow. How's the pay in Saudi Arabia?
No, it's a very nice place. Very nice.
How's the money?
Anyway, as far as the exchange it's not bad. It's not bad. It's I can say, because in Cameroon we use the franc CFA, the franc CFA.
Yes.
Yeah. So here they use reals. The currency is called real. So 1 real is equivalent to 150 francs CFA. Yeah.
In dollars, how much is it?
I have never done the calculation. Yeah. I've never done the calculation before, but it's not too bad.
Do you think you consider it a well-paying job?
Well, that is free as compared to what we used to have in Cameroon. It's a bit better.
It's a bit better.
Yeah.
It's a bit better. Nice.
Yes.
Nice talking to you. I just wanted to pick your brain a little. Thank you so much.
No, I'm overwhelmed to talk to Daddy Freeze directly.
Oh, it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Thank you so much. And do have a very lovely evening.
Okay, thank you also, Daddy
All right,
Fritz.
goodbye.
Bye.
All right, we have somebody else. Can we have some lights? This one, I don't have light. What's going on? This lady, put on your light. I can see you have fan, so you cannot say you don't have light. How do you send request? How do you send request and then Ebiere? I want to bring Ebiere. Yes, Ebiere. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Can we see your face, please? If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the
Yes.
screen. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. What part of the world are you in?
I live in America. My name is Felicia.
In America. What part of America?
I live in Pennsylvania State.
Oh, nice. So the question is a simple question. What did you learn from Daddy Freeze apart from shake bean and all those kind of things? Don't go now. Sit back down. I'm almost done.
Well,
Come back here.
I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, I want to know what exactly, so I can know if 2023 was a good year, if you're able to learn anything new, anything brushed up. So House of Gold said, I learned how to buy money gun. And you bought money gun 2023, or you tried. House of Gold tried. House of Gold was the first person to buy me, what's that thing called?
Wasn't it the universe?
TikTok universe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You learned. So talk to me, Ebire. What did you learn in 2023 from Daddy Freeze?
What did I learn? I learned good and bad.
Hey, Ebire.
Yes. Good things and bad things are like.
What are the good things you learned?
What good? You want me to start with the good?
Please. Okay, start with the bad so that the good can cushion it.
Okay, I'll start with the bad. I learned to respond to people on this your life. So once they curse me, I go straight to their mother.
Oh.
If you curse me out, I will send every curse right back to your mother. You know, and then they're always very pissed off, like, oh, you talk to my mother. I'm like, well, I'm somebody's mother.
Absolutely.
You're insulting someone's mother, so I will insult your own.
Hello, my sister.
You see this
my
one now?
sister. Can you please help me exit
somebody.
because you're moving up and down, so it's distorting the live feed and it's making me dizzy. I'm getting hypnotized just following you like this.
I'm guilty.
No, you're fine today. Normally you used to be guilty of it, but today you're fine. So
no,
yes,
I've only been guilty of it one time. That's one time.
So
You want me to hang up?
yes, or do you have anything else you want to say, my sis? Okay, so Ebire, go ahead.
So I learned to respond to people, giving them the energy they give me and sending it to their parents. And then the good thing that I learned.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Buki
Happy New
Soke,
Year,
are you
sister.
working out?
Happy New Year.
I'm eating pepper soup at my son's grandma Nigerian restaurant.
Oh, your son has a restaurant.
My son's grandma.
Oh.
There's a Nigerian restaurant here in Canada, in Vancouver. It's really good.
Oh, he just does
It's a Nigerian-based food restaurant, actually. And she cooks really good, by the way. I'm always here. Alebi, it's called Alebi African cuisine. Alebi, come say hi to Daddy Freeze, oh.
Hey.
Come say hi. Kathy?
How
Rico,
much is the pepper soup there?
How much is the pepper soup? Manager, say hi to Daddy Freeze.
Daddy Freeze. I greet you, sir.
How are you doing? All the way in Vancouver, Canada.
Yes, sir. Alebi African cuisine.
Hey.
We're global. We're global now.
Global all the way. How much is the pepper soup? I was
Yes.
asking.
In Canadian dollars.
In Canadian dollars, it's $23.99.
Next time I come to Canada, I'm gonna come and try that pepper soup.
Yes,
It's so good, and it's cold outside.
It's cold outside, so it's the perfect time for a pepper soup.
Oh,
Very good one, though.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law.
Sir, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Great job you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And guys, don't forget, buy direct from USA.com. Anything you want from the US delivered to your doorstep. Buy direct from USA.com. Just type it out in your browser. Cars, accessories, phones, phone products, shoes, jewelry, watches, whatever you want. Buy direct from USA.com. Do check them out. So Ebiere, I was listening to you about to say the good things, which I'm hoping actually exist.
Good things.
Yes.
One good thing is I started to, I think last year was the year that I genuinely started to to dispose of the name Jesus and pick up Yeshua more. So I try to use his real name. And then I think that last Sunday service, wasn't it the 31st, right? Oh my God, I think that was probably the day that I really enjoyed the service. Not because I read, but I was able to even take points, those 10 points, and these are things that I will look back at and say, okay, going forward, what's more important than prayer? And actually try to stay guided by those. And that was definitely a very good sermon for sure.
Oh, thank you so much. And considering the fact that you were a part of that sermon, makes it even more special coming from you. Buki Sote, you have to wipe your camera. Did you break your phone screen?
I don't know. I don't know what.
I have something to say.
All right, let's let the South African lady talk. Buki Sote, get a little rag and wipe the camera like this. See, just wipe the camera. You are not clear. Okay, go ahead, my sister.
Am I clear?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay. A lot from you in 2023. I learned some things. There's things I didn't know and I got to know about. And the fact that you talk to true facts is my number one. I really appreciate you and the honesty and that you don't take shit from anybody. And the investing part is the best part. And always believing in yourself and tithing when you can and know where to tithe and what church or who. So, yeah, I learned a lot. Actually, I always listen to your programs, always. But even if I don't engage, I always listen. And the other one I learned, you will collect rapture if you are rude. You must collect. I love you, Daddy Prince. I hope you have a good new year.
And you too.
Yes.
And you too. Thank you
Take care, my sister. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Buki Sote, one of my closest sisters in the Free Nation, always there for us. We actually got to we actually got to hang out at Pastor Toby's birthday in the UK. She was there with her husband to be. And it was so much fun. So Buki, I'd like to hear from you. Apart from seeing you in London, you were a bit quiet this year.
I know.
You were a bit more visible than audible. Because I was with you in the UK and you helped coordinate the event in the UK. But aside from that, I see you online regularly, but you don't talk often.
Yes, I know. It's just, I don't know, randomly. Most of the time when you're live, it's either I'm in the market, inside the main market, supermarket, or something just happens. And that obviously because of the noise and the way everything is set up, I can't join the live. So to your question, what did I learn? I learned a lot. One of the things I learned was, I'm going to say it in English and Yoruba. Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé nídìí eré láti mú òótọ́ while we are having cruises. Yes, while we're having our cruise, we learn. Even when it's just a cruise, even when it's not biblical, we're not going into the Bible, we learn things, life experiences that I can relate to. They are real, they are tangible, they make sense, and I can relate to a lot of them, even while we're catching cruise, having fun. And there's so many ways of learning. It's not just, the serious way, but even in the joking way, I tend to learn even a bit more when you're joking and when you're cruising around, because you use life examples that I find out that not just myself, a lot of people in the comment section can relate to. So I did learn that. The sense of humor, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You're not like, this person that should be feared. And a lot of GOs or a lot of teachers, whatever they call themselves, they put themselves in such a place where they're to be revered and to be feared and all that. But you don't do that. You're very down to earth. You're very, I learned that a lot about, not just about you, but even myself as well, trying to be like that as well. So I learned a lot. I admit I have my mom doesn't have Instagram. My mom is 71. She doesn't have Instagram on her phone, but because of you, I've downloaded Instagram on her phone, and every time there's a session, it comes up, she's like, now she even watches you more than me. She's even the one that tells me that the fuse is on. She watches sessions that I don't watch, and she'll be telling me, this is your daddy freeze safe.
Mokari, I sent you a request. I don't know why you've not seen it.
That's the same way my mom talks about daddy freeze. Your daddy freeze. That's what she calls it. You are your daddy freeze. Especially when she says Jesus, I'm like, Mommy, it's not Jesus. She's like, I beg, leave me, you are your daddy freeze.
But I think one thing that hit me was she listened to a message of yours last year. I don't even remember when. And I found that she was sober, and it broke my heart.
Hey, because what did I do this time?
No, it was a preaching. You were preaching that day. She listened to a sermon, and she was very quiet. And it's not good when my mom is quiet. It's not good.
Where's my phone?
That means she's in a reflective mode. And I asked her what was the matter, and she said, do you know what he said today? She told me everything he preached. She said, can you imagine? It took me at this age, at 70 years, I'm finding out this. He's preaching about it. He's talking about it. I think it had to do with maybe fighting. I can't remember what it was. I'm not going to lie. But, you could see the regret. She said, I wish I'd known this. Everything he said, I wish someone had told me 30 years ago, 40 years ago. My life would have been different. So I was looking at her like this, like, really? So that is, you know what? I am proud to be associated with the Freemason. Anyhow, apart from that, on the lighter note again, another thing I learned from you is I'm an Ibadan girl. A lot of I don't want to use a lot of shaky words. I don't know how to put it. There's some things I haven't heard since I was like a teenager, and that the phrase is said. I'm like, I haven't heard this sentence being used. Ibadan people now, us now.
Yes.
We get it from Ozzy. And he says some things, I'm like, I haven't heard this particular word in ages, in 20 years, in 30 years. Where did he get it from? Anyway, that's on the line. I don't know. But thank you, Daddy Freeze.
Thank you. Natural Gambia, I'll have loved to bring you on, but I'm having a problem with bringing people on. The requests are no longer showing.
So Daddy Freeze, when she talked about parents, I just remembered, and this was probably like last week, I was talking to my mom. So did you know that my parents lived in Ibadan? I was born there, but I was too young, so I don't remember anywhere. Don't worry. So they lived in Ibadan, and there's this other lady that was friends with my parents since forever, and she was with my mom, and I was talking to them on the phone. And the two of them were talking about Daddy Freeze, and they were like, Daddy Freeze, he's such a, the dearest friend or everything. And then the other lady, she's a Yoruba woman, she said, that she knows Daddy Freeze, he's a rascal one, isn't he? Well, my mom was like, yeah, he's the rascal one, but she likes him. They're like, yes, he's very, some of the things they said, they were literally resonating with you and saying that, you're really opening eyes to things that they never knew, which is kind of what you're saying as well. Things that they didn't know as far as Christianity, and you're really opening their eyes. They're like, that rascality in you is really good and everything. But it was just funny how they talked about you from an older person's perspective, where they were like talking about that it feels like that it feels a child to them, So that was kind of interesting to see, because to me, that it feels is an egbo. So that was nice. That was funny to see.
Yeah. And I think it's not just about us, the young, I'll use the younger generation, I'm not that old. But when you look at a much older generation like my mom and having feedbacks from them, it's on another. Because if you look at it, they are cooked. At least you still have hope there. But they are so cooked in their ways, they're set in their ways, their belief system, everything. So for the fact that you're getting that kind of feedback from them, then something is shifting, something is changing.
Definitely an impact.
Something is definitely changing. Especially my mom. My mom was really struggling, and now she's like a total Daddy Freeze fan now.
And I also think, and I think I've told Daddy Freeze this before, but if you look at social media today, a lot more people, like young people as well, any age group, a lot more people are very open now about actually challenging the narrative. They're very open about it now. In the past, nobody would dare even say anything about Christianity. But today, people are like, okay, what is this? What is that? Even the likes of, I don't want to say his full name, but the one whose name starts with a V and ends with an M and has a middle D, that guy, like, he's vocal about it. But I'm telling you, like 20 years ago, nobody was vocal about this. And I really strongly believe that Daddy Freeze is the pioneer of this movement. That has definitely been the main person that has opened a lot of Nigerians' eyes to these things. As much as they'll come and fight him, let me tell you, there's something I always say to people. If you are smelling, and I tell you are smelling, you will fight me, it's okay. But you still go back and think about it. Then you start saying, I may be smelling, and you now go and start doing things to help yourself. So no matter what, no matter how tiny the message, it still gets into their heads. So no how, they will still think about it. Over time, these are little cracks that will eventually break the wall. So it may seem like, the wall is not broken yet. But it may even be long after we're all gone. But, that impact that Daddy Freeze has made has definitely started something that would end up getting somewhere in the future and changing the whole narrative. Let me just use that word.
I want to ask Baby
I'm going to
Freeze,
say one more
what
thing
did you learn from me this year? Come, you can't show because you are not wearing the shirt. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Just one more thing I have to say, because this is a testament on myself. Two things, actually. Number one, the way I relate to my children is totally different now than before I listened to you, because we've had so many sessions about parenting, toxic parents. We looked at our parents, we looked at ourselves, we looked at teachings. We even looked at some narratives in the Bible of which even our parents were using to kind of, I don't want to put us in a hold, but was interpreted differently to suit their purposes. So the way I relate to my kids now is different, just because of all these sessions, learning sessions. And secondly, I also, without taking too much time, love the fact that there's acceptance. There's no discrimination. When I started, I was a single mom. And even I got my partner, and my husband now listens to you. But there was this acceptance. There was this that, Christ didn't throw away anybody. Christ loved everybody, welcomed everybody, accepted everybody. And yes, you might have been discriminated against, but you are welcome, you're accepted. It's about who you are. What, we're talking about love. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love, love, love. That was the theme. And I learned a lot, and I met my partner, who's my husband now. He listens as well, and we debate a lot of things about what you say. He's also a single dad as well. And but yeah, it's just a platform that you meet people, you relate to like-minded people, and you learn. Anyway, that's it for me.
Thank you so much. Baby Freeze. Oh yeah, come and say what you learned from Daddy Freeze. Oh yeah, say something. 5 more minutes and we're going. He wants to go and eat suya, so he's waiting for me. Oh yeah, say something.
I learned the 10 most important things you should know.
The 10 most important things you should know. What are they?
I didn't remember all of them, but I can mention some.
Which are the ones you remember?
Knowledge,
Love,
faith,
what else? Ada, I wanted to bring you, but sadly, the network has been so bad. Lovely hanging out with you guys this year. I also learned a lot. I learned to be a bit more tolerant for people who are not as. I wouldn't say I'm a very good teacher because I'm not patient. Once I see that you're not catching up, I tend to lose it with you. And it sometimes rubs off on my ability to pass a message and pass it properly. The Free Nation has always been open to the people the church discriminates against. Divorcees, single mothers, single fathers, separated couples who have no intention in going back to the marriage, people who want to remarry. We are very, very welcome. And my theme has always been, instead of being in a bad marriage, get out and go and look for somebody else. I will not sell you a narrative of the Bible that says a woman cannot remarry. I will never sell you that narrative. Because that woman that is not remarrying, she's sitting in her house. You want to tell me that for the next 20 years, she will not sleep with anybody. Inside where she's being celibate, one guy will come, in 5 years, she'll have gone through like 7 guys. Meanwhile, she's celibate. She's not remarried. Would it not have been better to remarry, and this adultery that you are committing with 7 people, is it not better for you to just do it with one same person?
Yep.
You understand? So facts over dogma, logic over emotions. Logic over emotions all day. I don't want you to be an unemotional being, because that makes you a robot. And you're a human being. You are not a robot. But at the same time, I don't want you to be so lost in your emotions that you cannot recognize reality. You understand? I really want to appreciate those who have worked with the Free Nation Church. Come here. Physically, like Buki and Simply Vic, and the online community, the Bible readers, Ebire, Ada, Remy, Natural Gambia. I'm looking to add a few more people so people can feel included this year. Buki Shote has read Bible for me too, but not as much as Ada. I think Ada holds the record.
Oh, yeah.
Ada also does the prayer meeting when we're not available. She coordinates that.
She does.
You know, Buki, I think, has also done prayer meeting once.
Yeah.
But I think Ada has that coordination skill.
Yeah, Ada has. Yeah.
Done it once or twice, even without me being present. So big shout out to Ada Blessing. I appreciate her. I met Ada on the radio. They say I should go and work with her. I went there. I see one small thing like this. I say, hello. The small thing say hello. And we became father and daughter since that day, 2-3 years ago. You know, and it has been a family relationship. I don't see Ada as colleague, or because where are we we are no longer colleagues. We don't work together anymore. But then I see her as my sister, my daughter. I look out for her. I check up on her. I worry about her. You understand? If Ada is going somewhere, she will call me and tell me, "Look, I'm going here," just so that I'm aware. If anything should happen to her, she knows who to check up on her. Ada comes to my house, takes my children shopping. You know, those places where we can't go, we just call Ada. Ada, please, oh, your sisters need to buy this. They need to. Ada will come. You know, big shout out also to Brother Shukbo. Brother Shukbo has been an integral part of the Free Nation. He might not be listening now, but please do send him that message. You see, when we're having the Free Nation physical church, we used to have a lot of people come to attend. But you see, when we moved online, I lost a lot of members because we had that same problem most churches have. If the geo is not there, nobody else goes there. And I didn't want to have that formula. I want Buki to be able to lead prayer meeting if I'm not around. I want Ada to be able to lead prayer meeting if I'm not around. You understand? Maybe preaching the Sunday message that is a bit difficult because you have to be able to marry the facts with the spirit of the Bible, the truth and the spirit. And it's not very easy. People like Simply Vic tend to go a little bit too much into the truth.
Oh, yeah, it does.
People like Remy tend to go a little bit too much into the spirit. So finding that balance is not easy. You understand? And because that is so sensitive, I don't just give it to anyone. Because I don't want you to preach a message that I now want to come and correct next week Sunday. But you see, things like prayer meeting, things like fellowship. I'm not saying it's bad, Remy. I like the fact that you're spiritual, but you're a bit too spiritual. So we're trying to, this is where we want you to be. Vic too is like this. Vic, his head is full of facts and truths and numbers, and do you understand? And sometimes like this.
Yes.
So we need to get him into the spirit. It's if I have a session where I want to prove that Noah's Ark did not exist, it's simply Vic. He will do it boom like that. But then when you are doing it, remember we're still Christians. So how do you connect the facts, to the Spirit of God so that we don't lose the audience? You understand? So that can be a bit tricky. And as much as I can, Simply Vic is one of my closest confidants with regards to the Free Nation. And he's one of the people who's brought, as in the number of books Simply Vic has read, I'm not even sure I've read them. As in, he's like a sponge.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Just drop him inside book, he will soak all the book up. As in, he's a moving encyclopedia. And he has the spirit too, but it's just that sometimes I say, no, this is not important. He's not. Go come the beg and say, Vic, no, you cannot sell this to these people. You have to calm down with them a little.
Exactly.
So we tried the physical church, but I now noticed that nobody was going there if Daddy Freeze was not there. So out of the physical church, the only two people we had left carry over was Sister Sheung and Brother Shukbo. Now, because Shukbo has a car and is more accessible, like there was a day we had a hangout in the middle of the night at Movenpick, he could come. Sister Sheung could not come. You understand? So we found Brother Shukbo being more present, meetings, church, you know. At a point, we even tried to set up, Simply Vic and I tried to set up in his house. We put TV, nobody showed up. We bought a flat screen TV so people can come and watch the message. At the end of the day, they gathered for 1 or 2 weeks. After that, everybody went on their own. So I've also learned a lot. Running a church, even if it's an online church of 10 people, is not easy. I also have learned to accommodate people. I've learned to say sorry. You understand? Sometimes I'm wrong. You understand? Sometimes in my hot temper, I've said something to one of the ladies or something, and I realized that, oh, that was harsh. You understand? And one thing I learned from Remy is very quick to forgive. She might be quick also to get angry and quick to stay a fight, but she's also very quick to forgive. Uh, what else? I'm also trying to see what I learned from you guys. And this year, by the grace of God, we're going to have, we're not going to push, we're going to push the church narrative a bit more subtly. You understand? Even when we're doing our lives, I will still sneak in some church messages inside because I've realized that the easiest way to sell a narrative is sell it with what is popular. But then we're still going to have our twice a week. Like earlier on today, we had a proper church, a proper preaching session. So we're still going to have one or two a week. We're going to have our regular gisting, our regular gossip. We're learning from one another. Uncle, please give me this water.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, give me this water. Have I done sleep? Okay, look for in trouble. Hey, you. I shall help me get this water. Let me go and attend to him. He's hungry. So, guys, it's been wonderful being with you. Last year was an amazing year for us all. Thank you all so much for believing in the Free Nation message. Thank you for trusting me enough to deliver it, and of course, cross-checking to make sure that what I'm telling you is true. That's what the Berean Christians did. They checked regularly. So thank you all. Esther Omori, always there, silently typing away the scriptures, typing away, doing everything we need her to do, but we've never seen her face before. We love you, Esther Omori. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all. Tomorrow we go back to our very normal programming. Our gist and gossip continues. I just wanted to say I love you all. Let me go and
Daddy, please, tomorrow we'll talk about VDM and Toto Dike.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, I no go talk. I no go talk. I go just quiet the look una go talk tire. Ada Blessing, Gabzola, Made Man Yo, Sarah. Sarah, you've not told me what you learned. Send me DM. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bookie, bye.